How to create the best portfolio on Behance, tutorial for beginners. Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'll be showing you how you can build your portfolio on Behance and the steps to get started. So let's get into it. Now, before we get into building our portfolio, let's take a look at what the Behance platform is like and what you can achieve by creating your portfolio. Now, I'm just taking this profile as an example. You'll be able to see this particular artist. They have added their education, they've added their own Wix site link as well. Now, this is one thing to keep in mind whenever I'm teaching someone to build their Behance portfolio. I always recommend that you build your own free website. You don't have to even buy a custom domain, just use whatever kind of domain that you have and build a portfolio. Now, the reason for that is because although you can build quite a detailed portfolio on Behance, there are going to be limitations to that. While building on your own site can help you in uploading more forms of content, you can add more items, more illustrations, you can display your work in a more categorized form as well. And all of those things are going to help your consumers or people that are looking to hire artists to better understand what kind of content that you can create. So if you take a look at this particular artist, they've linked their website, they've added their location, then you have their hiring buttons, their project views, followers, following, and then you'll also see they've linked their Facebook and LinkedIn. These are two other key elements that you need to include. Then you have their About Me section. And if you click on this, it's a really nice paragraph summarizing their education and experience. And then after that, you have their work, you have their mood boards, and you have their appreciations. Now, you will see that Behance is a very short platform. You don't have a lot of space to add a lot of content, and you don't want to do that either. So it's very essential that you highlight the best elements of your work on your front page, and you're able to highlight those properly. And if I take a look at any other portfolio over here, you're gonna see a particular dimension of work. This is one thing a lot of newbies forget, is that you want to target your speciality, and you don't want to include a mishmash of work. So if I am particularly focused on creating photographies, animal photography, then I wouldn't be posting these nature-esque photos. I would just focus on that simply because it works out a lot better if you're focusing on one particular project. And if you try to broaden your horizon and you are not really certain on how to do that, it's really not your specialty, but you're okay-ish in it and you're still trying to advertise that, it's not going to look like you are a professional. It's going to make you look like a newbie and someone that does not have a lot of experience. So let's get started with building our own portfolio now. The first thing you have to do is actually sign up on Behance. So to do that, simply click on sign up on the top right. From here, you can get started by creating your account with your email address. And then you're going to enter your password. I've previously created an account, so I'm just going to log in over here. And I'm just going to log in with Google. You can do it with Google, Facebook, or Apple. It's totally up to you. And once you've completed this, you are going to be led to your actual Behance account. So you're going to see your particular categories in your onboarding on Behance. So what exactly are you interested in? What is the type of thing that people can hire you for? This is very essential whenever you're picking it. I wouldn't recommend picking more than like 2 categories because it simply does not translate well. So if you're interested in one item, only add that. If you are, let's say we are doing fine art and maybe, let's say I'm only doing fine art. So, even if you're doing 2 categories, make sure to think it through and make sure you have adequate amount of professional work that you can display within that category. Then you're just going to get started. Now I am just going to log on to my account over here. So as you guys can see, this is going to be your basic website or your basic dashboard. Now I'm going to go into my Behance profile on the top right. You will see all of your account information and you're going to see your basic info, all of that. And then you can continue on with your actual account and you're going to actually add what you are looking for. So let's say I'm just looking for fine arts and see my custom feed. And this is just going to show you inspo for your feed or, other artists in the same niche of work. Then you can click on your Behance profile from the top right. And this is currently my empty profile, and we're going to get started on building our profile. So one thing you need to do is click on edit your profile on the top left. And then from here, you're going to enter your first name, your last name. Then after that, you're going to add your occupation. So I'm going to add sketch artist like this, and then you're going to add your company if you're working in any. Then you can add your location, and then after that you can add your city and website URL like this. And then after that, the most essential step is to add your website URL. So I'm just going to take this sample URL. Obviously you want to enter your own, but just to show you guys what it's going to look like. Then after that, you can enter your team, and then you can link your web addresses. You have Twitter, Facebook, Dribble, LinkedIn, Vimeo, Flickr, YouTube, Pinterest, Tumblr, Etsy, and so many other things that you can link. Let's say that I am selling on Etsy. So for that reason, I might want to link my Etsy profile over here, and I'm going to click on copy over here and then go back into Behance, and then I'm just going to click on link. And then I'm going to submit my username like this. And you can just submit your username or enter your entire link. You have Medium, you have GitHub, WordPress, IMDb, and so much more that you can link. But let's say I only want to link this particular website. And then after that, you have your About Me section. So this is going to be a simple section. You can title it whatever you want. About me, I think that's fine. And then you're going to enter your description like this, and you're just going to enter a description. If you're not sure how to word this out, just give a basic description like this. Like, just type a very basic point-to-point section, and then you're just going to copy this, go into ChatGPT and paste it, and then make this description about me like this. No, rephrase as if I wrote it like this. So it's just going to rephrase the entire thing for you, and then you can just copy this and then paste it over here. If you're uncertain about how you want to structure it, you just don't want to add any unnecessary details. So if there's anything that does not reflect on you, you can just cut this out like so. And after that, over the years, I put my skill, measuring the shape, my perspective, and creativity. I'm going to cut out the final few lines. I think this is enough. Now, after you've entered in your About Me section, you're going to click on Add Work Experience, and you can enter your work experience over here. So this includes your contact info, your personal statement, Add Work Experience. So you can click on Add Work Experience over here. And then you're just going to start adding the company names. You can also add your education, awards, and language, but we're going to go back into our basic profile. So we're going to add those later on, but firstly, we want to change some other elements. So if we go into Behance profile and then click on edit your profile, we're going to scroll down, and our work experience is something that we can add later on. But then after that, you have a link title, so you can add any other links that you might have. And then you have a custom section that you can build. So let's say you want to create a custom section where you're describing maybe your personal goal or the type of projects you want to work on. You can enter all of that over here. However, it is not necessary. Now, you can go back to your profile over here, and you can get started on adding your images. So just click on edit your profile, upload your portfolio image. Your portfolio image should be an image of you. A lot of people make this mistake and they try to put their illustrations. However, your portfolio image needs to be a picture of you. You can make it a creative picture if you want, but it's very essential that it is an actual picture of you, not just, a random illustration you created. So we can just add this like so. This is just the stock image, but I'm just using this as a sample to show you guys. And once you've done that, you can go back, and now we are actually going to edit our opportunities. So over here on the left side, you have the option of hire Jane. Now we're going to click on edit availability. So let's say I'm open for a full-time job and then I'm open for freelance and project commissions. Then I'm looking for remote opportunities, and then let's say for freelance work I do 100 USD, and then I am available within the next few weeks. And then you can connect with Stripe to be able to accept payments. So this will help you in, receiving payments securely with your clients on Behance. Now, after you have completed your basic info, you want to add a banner image on your top. And this needs to be an illustration you created that works the best when you're adding these kinds of banner images. So you can enter whatever banner images you have, whatever illustration or art piece, anything that is your creation should be your banner image. That usually reflects well with clients whenever you're looking for work on Behance as well. And not only the fact that you're looking for work on Behance can be a great career opportunity for you to expand your career. And this is not going to be only to find work or to find clients, but to actually build connections in the art world. And not only this, but a small project over here can end up becoming a really big element in, finding newer work for you and finding newer opportunities and building more connections for you as well. Now I have just placed this banner over here and I'm going to click on OK. And then after this, you are going to get started with uploading your work. So once I have added all of this, the left panel is complete, the banner is complete. Now we need to fill out our projects. Now, first off, you are not limited to just adding your work or projects. You have multiple different options. These include services that you can add, Adobe stock that you have contributed to. So if you're a contributor on Adobe stock images, then you can, link those over here to show people that, hey, these are my contributions. Like, this is the type or kind of work that I'm doing. Then you can add your live streams. You can be live on Behance as well, interact with your followers and more. Then you can also build mood boards. So mood boards can help you in establishing a particular aesthetic or showing your pre-established aesthetics to your clients as well. Then you're going to have your appreciations, insights. So if you have given, whatever kind of selection of work that you've checked out, all that you have received. So whenever you get feedback, views, or appreciation on your work, people can see that, or you can see that, and then you just have your draft projects. So let's get started with adding a creative project like this. So we're just going to click on create a project over here. And once you do that, you can start uploading your work. Let's say our main content is going to be a image. So I'm going to click on image over here. Let's say this was a sketch. So I'm going to open this. And once I open this, I can, attach more assets like fonts, illustrations, photos, or templates that can be downloaded or that can be paid downloads. So I can choose a file and then upload that as well. So let's say I'm offering this maybe as a, asset that people can download and print, and then you can enter your file name, which might be wall print like this. And this is going to be free for everyone, but if you want to make this paid, you can just connect with Stripe, and then people are going to just pay you on Stripe, and then they will get access to this particular file. You can enter the category like this, and then the license type. This is a personal file, and then you can click on add file, but I'm not selling this, so I'm just going to click on delete. And once we've added our content, we can get started with, editing the basics of the particular project. So I'm going to give this a title, which is going to be Celestial Sketch. And then I can add my particular tags, which might be sun, moon, stars, heavenly bodies. Let's say we also want galaxy, universe, cosmos, like this. And I think this is enough, but you can add up to 10 tags, and I would recommend utilizing all 10 opportunities to add tags. And then after that, you're going to add your tools used. So you will see you have multiple different options. It could be illustration, graphic design, whatever it might be. You can see it in alphabetical order. You can see the particular popular categories as well. Now, let's say if this is a sketch, we can add it in S and click on done. Now, although this is really not a sketch, I'm just adding this as a sample field. So I'm just going to go ahead and yeah, I've added sketching. Now, after that, you have your Behance visibility. I want this to be visible for everyone. And then if your project has any adult content, you can add that as well. But I'm going to click on save as a draft for now. And we're going to continue editing our project as well. So once I've edited the basics, you can add 3D elements. You know, if you have 3D elements, you can paste the embedding code over here. You can also link to Lightroom and then add that over here, import directly from Lightroom. You can add a photo grid as well as audio and video content. And then you can also copy your prototypes such as structural models from XD, Figma, Marvel, CodePen, and more. Now, after you have completed this, you can click on Publish Project on the bottom right. And then within a couple of seconds, your project will be added. So now if I go back into my Behance profile, you can see that our particular item has been added. So once we do this, you can even see, you know, the Adobe portfolio option that it's giving us. You can get started for free with that as well. Although it's not necessary, it's just an extra step. You don't really require this, but this is just an extra step that can help you in building your particular portfolio website. Now, after this, you have your services. So if you want to sell your services, you want to click on create service, and this could be a portrait sketch, and then this would be, you know, picture, a A4 sized sketch. And you know, you can add as many details as you want, but then the delivery time would be less than a week, and it would be one concept and there would not be any revisions. And then you can add your category as well. So this would be under the portraits category, and then I can scroll down to see some fine arts categories as well. So we have photography, marketing, drawing, and illustration. And yeah, I think this is just going to fall under portraits over here. And then I'm going to click on done. And then you can enter your price. So let's say for $5, I'm going to build a portrait sketch. And you can click on add examples from your Behance portfolio. So you can link any pre-existing projects that were the same thing. So you can link those over here and click on create service. So I'm just going to select this one. And once I have created my service, people will be able to actually hire me and pay me via Stripe directly on Behance. You don't even need to move to another platform. You can do it all over here. Now, after that, you can display your stock images, as we said, but after that, you have mood boards, and mood boards are a very essential and key feature that can help you in finding multiple different clients and clients to be able to assess whether or not you would fit their particular type. So you're going to click on find projects over here, and you can start building your mood board. This doesn't mean that you have to include other niches. It could be all in the same niche as you. So let's say I'm just going to search for sketching. And then after that, I can select, the things that are befitting for our mood board. So you can click on save over here to save them to your mood board. And you're just going to enter your mood board name, which might be Midnight Scrolling. And you're going to click on create. And then we're going to save this to Midnight Scrolling. And then you can add whatever resonates with you into your particular mood board. So let's keep on scrolling and take a look at some of the other art that is available. Let's say this also resonates, so we can add this to Midnight Scrolling over here. And this just helps in building your artistic view. This is one thing a lot of newer artists miss out on, is building their artistic view. Now, after that, you have your appreciation, so you can find projects where you really like it. So let's say I really like this project. I can click on this over here, and then I can click on appreciate. And then once I do that, people can see, what I like, what I dislike, what kind of projects are appreciated by me, what kind of artwork am I supporting? Because for any artist, that is also going to be a very key element whenever people are looking to hire someone. Now, once you've built the basics of your portfolio with this tutorial, you will be able to get started quite easily, but there are a few other key features that I don't want you guys to miss out on. So let's just take a quick look at those as well. Now, one thing is the assets, hire, and job section. You can click on the hire section and you will be able to see multiple different freelancers available for hire. Then you're going to have your assets section, where you can actually find different assets that you can purchase. This can be great for things such as background images, royalty-free images, or, royalty-paid images. But those kinds of images that you might be looking for could be found here and could be super helpful for you. Now, after that, you have your job section. And in your job section, you have your careers, different types of opportunities that can be helpful. You will be able to see some freelance jobs, some full-time jobs, and then creatives for hire. But then you will also see the competition. So you can see there are only 122 full-time jobs that are available anywhere, that are available for my particular location. If you change your country like this, you will find multiple different opportunities. You might, find more opportunities in a different region, but it just really is dependent because you can only find a job that is, not looking for someone that is going to work in office, because if it's in a different country, you can't go there. But if you are looking for a job that is going to be global, you just search for a country, search for the jobs that have anywhere listed within the listing. You guys can see a lot of these listings are listed as anywhere. So let's take a look at some of these items. Let's say I'm looking for freelance jobs, costume made, whiteboard animation, freelance web developer, marketing, need 5 different cartoon animated GIFs for social media fun, graphic designer, Shopify web designer, senior product designer, creative coders for audiovisual experiences, fashion designer. So I like this. I can click on this over here. We're currently in the anime niche. We're looking for a fashion designer. Thus, the first requirement is to enjoy anime. This is a remote job, and this was posted on the 15th October. And after that, you have their actual streetwear. Here's a lookbook of their recent work. And they're looking into inspired pieces. They're a new brand. These are the details about the job and the requirements. The anime fan, able to create specific sheets, tech packs, and have an understanding of textiles. English proficiency, A player. You can click on apply on Behance over here, and you can enter your message, and then you can submit your application. This is whenever you're building your portfolio on Behance, it's so essential that you highlight your strengths in your portfolio, because if you don't do that, your message is gonna get lost. Because even if you write in your message that you're really good at designing for textiles, but your profile does not reflect it, and in your profile there is no link to your website, then people are gonna be like, hey, I don't see it anywhere in her profile or his profile. I don't know if they're really a good fit. And there might be 1,000 other applicants that are going to have anime and, textile wear listed in their basic work. They're going to display that work. So it really is not to deter anyone from trying to try out new things, but don't list your projects. Don't advertise the things that are not your best practices. That's going to be one tip that's going to be super helpful in this field, because if you are trying to get work on Behance, it might become difficult for you if you're, finding work and people are seeing, oh, their portfolio looks like a newbie's profile, or their work does not look very professional. So keep that in mind whenever you are building on Behance, and you can get started by just taking inspo from other people. Let's say I'm just looking for images over here, and then I can choose the camera or the creative fields or anything else. Let's say I'm looking for projects, and let's say I'm looking for projects in the illustration niche. And then after that, or maybe even different, like let's say I'm looking for sketching particularly, So I can go on ahead and find it somewhere around here, but I can just enter that over here like sketching. And then this will show me only projects that are related to sketching. And that can be a great way for you to gather inspo from other artists that are in the top of their field in your particular niche. So this is another sketch artist. You can see that they've entered their own website as well. Keep that in mind. They've added their own website. A lot of people on Behance are going to, instantly they're going to take a broad look at your Behance profile. If it looks nice, they're going to click on your website. That's a very, very, very strategic move that all of the people that are hiring on Behance make, because they want to know if they like your work on the first glance. They want to know more. They're going to go directly to your website, and you will see all of the information listed. The Adobe stock for this artist has also been added. The mood boards and the appreciations have also been added. So you guys can see that this can be a great way for you to be able to broaden your horizons, even though this artist does not have super, different or super iconic images on Adobe stock. Just having something that was referenced, or, having something that you contributed over there can be a great little badge on your portfolio on Behance. So these are the tips and tricks that you can use to strengthen your portfolio on Behance. Now, I hope you guys found this video helpful and you are now able to build a great portfolio on Behance. Make sure that once you have, checked everything through, you can just copy your Behance portfolio and then just log out of your account to see what it's going to look like to other people as well. So make sure you know what it's going to look like whenever you search for your portfolio like this. So this is what it's going to look like to outsiders, and I can add more items as I go. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions or queries, leave those in the comment box down below. I would love to help you guys out, and I will catch you guys in the next video.